Hey folks, buckle up because today we're diving into the kind of suburban nightmare that makes you laugh while your blood boils. Picture this, a sunny Tuesday afternoon in a picture-perfect cul-de-sac of Willow Creek Estates, where every lawn is edged like it's auditioning for a magazine, and every mailbox matches the HOA color palette. Our girl Sophia Reed is sitting at her home office desk, spreadsheets glowing on her dual monitors, with her phone lights up. Caller ID, Karen Hargrove, president of the Willow Creek HOA. Sophia picks up, voice calm as always. Hey, Karen, what's up? Karen's voice drips with that fake sweet, I'm better than you syrup. Oh, Sophia, honey, there's been a little hiccup with the 25th anniversary Founders Day Gala. We just realized we forgot to include your vendor coordination packet. And the stage setup you spent 3 months lining up. Yeah, we accidentally left that off the program too. Sophia freezes. Negotiated every single vendor, secured the permits, even paid the $2,500 deposit out of her own pocket because the HOA treasury was tight this quarter. She'd forwarded every confirmation email. Twice. Karen keeps talking, filling the silence like a pro. It's peak planning season. You know how it is. Everything's sold out now. Absolutely nothing we can do. In the background, Sophia hears Karen's husband's stage whisper. Just tell her we tried the committee. Tell her it's impossible. Classic. You guys, this wasn't a mistake. This was a deliberate erase of every neighborhood event for 6 years. The reliable one. And infrastructure only gets noticed when it fails, right? Today it failed spectacularly. She ends the call without the usual polite "no problem," sets the phone down, and stares at the framed photo on her desk. Last year's block party where Karen stood front and center in a bright pink power suit, arms around everyone like the queen, while Sophia's face was half cut off in the back row. That night, Sophia doesn't cry. Instead, she opens a hidden folder on her laptop labeled Willow Creek Contingency. Inside every email, every receipt, every violation notice Karen had ever issued to anyone except herself. Sophia had been collecting them for a year, the same way she built risk matrices for her corporate logistics clients. If you're forgotten often enough, you learn how to remember yourself. The next morning, she walks her perfectly edged lawn. Yes, the one Karen had fined her $75 for last spring because the grass was 0.2 inches too long, and waves at the neighbors like nothing happened. But inside, she's already planning the exit ramp for being the neighborhood doormat. Fast forward 2 weeks, and Karen's harassment campaign kicks into high gear. A bright yellow violation notice appears on Sophia's door. Unapproved holiday light storage in garage visible from street. $150 fine. Sophia hadn't even put lights up yet. Across the street, Karen's own garage is a shrine to gaudy plastic reindeer and enough inflatables to sink a ship. 0 fines, of course. Sophia smiles that small, cold smile and starts the documentation. Hidden camera on the front porch. Audio recorder in her bag for every casual HOA board chat. She even FOIAs the financials because, surprise, as a compliance analyst, she knows exactly which public records the state makes available. Meanwhile, the rest of Willow Creek is buzzing about the gala. Karen's Facebook post. So excited to chair the most magical 25th anniversary event our community has ever seen. Special thanks to my amazing board. No mention of Sophia. Not one. You're the live band, the caterer, the fireworks permit, completely airbrushed out. You can feel the rage building, can't you? That slow burn, laugh while you're seething, kind of anger. Because this is classic HOA Karen behavior. Tiny tyrant with a clipboard and a god complex, pretending she's protecting property values while she pockets the dues for her own little empire. Sophia doesn't explode. She plans. She quits the neighborhood volunteer chat. She stops answering Karen's texts. She starts liquidating the nice neighbor role the same way she once liquidated assets in a bad supply contract. By the end of the month, her garage is spotless, her lawn is military precision, and her contingency folder is now 187 pages of pure ammunition. And that, folks, is where the real story begins. Because Karen has no idea she just poked the woman who makes her living fixing broken systems, and this system is about to get fixed permanently. The fines keep coming. Recycling bins on Tuesday, $175 for flag not flown at regulation height. Karen even sent a certified letter demanding Sophia repaint her front door because the shade of navy she chose was 0.3 Pantone shades off the approved palette. Sophia pays nothing. Patio at dusk, laptop open, cross-referencing every violation with the HOA covenant she's now memorized better than the Bible. She records every phone call. Pool installed without permits. Christmas lights left up until April. Contractor trucks parked overnight for weeks while Karen renovated on the HOA dime. You guys, the black humor here is chef's kiss. Karen struts around in her bright teal blazer and matching scarf like she's running a Fortune 500, but she's really just the queen of measuring other people's grass while her own backyard looks like a storage unit exploded. Sophia's corporate job starts to feel like a cage. She's the one keeping her logistics firm's Asia supply chain humming, but at home she's being treated like the help. So she does it. She files the sabbatical paperwork. 12 months. Her boss panics on the call. Sophia, the Singapore contracts are due in 6 weeks. She calmly walks him through every file, every contact, every contingency. Then she walks out of the home office for the last time, carrying only her personal laptop. That night, she sells her fancy patio set on Marketplace. Free pickup. She packs 2 suitcases and 1 backpack. She's not running away. She rents a small studio apartment across town, still a county, still close enough to strike, but far enough that Karen can't spy on her daily. She keeps the Willow Creek house, pays the mortgage, but now she's operating from the shadows. And here's where it gets delicious. Sophia turns her logistics brain on the HOA itself. She audits the public financial disclosures. Turns out Karen has been reimbursing herself for inspection travel to the tune of $42,000 last year, trips to Vegas and Miami while the community pool needed repairs. Selective enforcement records show Karen's besties get warnings while everyone else gets liens. Sophia builds a spreadsheet, color-coded. She starts reaching out to other fed-up neighbors under the radar. Quiet coffee meetups at the park. Hey, have you noticed the way dues disappear? She never badmouths. She just asks questions and lets them fill in the blanks. The dossier grows. Meanwhile, Karen doubles down. Pushes through a new rule. Any resident who disrupts community harmony can be assessed a $5,000 compliance fee. Guess who the first target is? Sophia gets the notice in the mail the next day. But Sophia's already 3 steps ahead. She's hired a real HOA attorney on contingency. She's got video of Karen screaming at a single mom over a basketball hoop. She's got bank statements showing Karen's husband driving an HOA-funded golf cart like it's his personal limo. The slow smile on Sophia's face when she reviews the latest evidence? Pure justice porn in the making. Because Karen thinks she's untouchable in her little kingdom of lawn Nazis and color-approved shutters. She has no idea the quiet woman she erased is about to rewrite the entire constitution of Willow Creek. The escalation hits warp speed. Karen starts door-knocking the neighborhood with a clipboard and a fake concerned smile, telling everyone Sophia is under review for possible foreclosure proceedings because of unpaid fines. Neighbors who used to wave now avert their eyes. Karen's power trip is in full bloom. Overweight, flushed, power suit straining at the seams, waving violation photos like trophies. Sophia doesn't engage. Sabbatical into a full-time mission. She takes an online HOA law certification course in 3 weeks. She starts a side consulting gig helping other neighborhoods fight abusive boards. Small fees at first, but the testimonials roll in. Sophia saved us from a $30,000 special assessment. Her reputation grows quietly while Karen's empire starts to crack. Then comes the twist that makes you laugh in that dark, satisfying way. Karen schedules the big Founders Day Gala and names herself Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. The same gala Sophia had spent months planning before being erased. The irony is so thick you could spread it on toast. Sophia buys a ticket anyway, under a friend's name. She shows up in a sharp black dress, hair perfect, looking like the professional she is. Karen spots her across the community center, and the color drains from her face for half a second before she plasters on the fake smile. "Sophia, so glad you could make it even though you're not on the official list anymore." The crowd murmurs.
Interesting announcements tonight.
"Wouldn't miss it for the world, Karen. I hear there's going to be some very interesting announcements tonight." That night, Sophia doesn't speak. She lets the event play out. This floral blazer thanks everyone for trusting her vision and presents a slideshow of the year's accomplishments, every single one of which Sophia had actually coordinated. The audience claps politely, from the back row. The next morning, the first lawsuit drops. Sophia, through her attorney, files in small claims for the $2,500 she fronted plus interest, plus punitive damages for selective enforcement. Attached 47 pages of exhibits. Karen's own signed checks to herself. Video of her threatening residence. The board panics, demanding Sophia cease and desist or face further action. Sophia replies with one line, "See you in court." The neighborhood Facebook group explodes. Some defend Karen. Sophia stays silent. She's busy turning her little consulting side hustle into a full business, HOA compliant solutions. Her first big client? A neighborhood 3 miles away that had been terrorized by their own mini Karen. She saves them $65,000 in 6 weeks. Word spreads. Karen, sensing the tide turning, tries one last power move. She calls an emergency HOA meeting to vote on revoking Sophia Reed's membership rights. Attendance is mandatory. The room is packed. Cheeks red, voice shaking with righteous fury. "This woman has disrupted our harmony. She questions our leadership. She must be removed for the good of the community." Sophia sits in the front row, calm as still water. The meeting is pure theater. It's her teal blazer sticking to her back. She waves the agenda like a battle flag, all in favor of the revocation motion. Sophia stands up. The room goes dead quiet. "Before we vote," Sophia says, voice steady and carrying, "I have a few documents the board might want to see." She walks to the projector, plugs in her laptop, and the screen lights up with the first slide, Karen's Vegas inspection receipts. $8,400 for a single trip. Next slide, bank transfers from HOA account to Karen's personal PayPal. Next slide, video stills of Karen's unpermitted pool party with 80 guests and 0 parking permits. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Karen's face goes purple. This is illegal. Sophia doesn't raise her voice. Her attorney's letter demanding full financial audit and Karen's immediate removal pending investigation. Actually, Karen, under Texas HOA law, selective enforcement and misappropriation of funds are both felonies when they exceed $2,500. You're at $81,400. I've already forwarded everything to the district attorney. The board members start looking at each other like rats on a sinking ship. One of them, the treasurer who had signed off on every shady check, actually stands up and walks out. Karen tries to rally. Sophia is just bitter because we had to enforce the rules on her. Sophia laughs once, short and sharp. Rules? You mean the rules you ignore while fining a single mom $300 for a chalk drawing on her driveway? Those rules. She clicks again. Side-by-side photos. Karen's driveway covered in political signs and holiday junk for 9 months straight. 0 fines. The room erupts. For years start shouting. "We want an audit. Where's our money?" One elderly man stands up waving his latest $500 fine notice and tears it in half on camera. Security, 2 board off-duty cops, have to step in when Karen starts screaming that everyone is jealous of her success. She actually knocks over the podium. The video goes viral on the neighborhood page within minutes. That night, Sophia sits on her new apartment balcony, city lights twinkling, and opens a bottle of decent red. The first settlement offer from the HOA attorney arrives at 11:47 p.m. Full reimbursement plus $25,000 goodwill. She forwards it to her lawyer with one note, counter at $150,000 in full board dissolution. The countersuit lands like a bomb. Karen's personal attorney tries to paint Sophia as a disgruntled resident with an axe to grind. The judge isn't buying it. Too overwhelming. In the final hearing, Karen takes the stand. She's lost weight from stress, still not a good look. And her voice cracks when Sophia's attorney asked her to explain the $81,400 in travel expenses. Karen stammers, "It was for community research." The courtroom actually laughs. The judge bangs the gavel and orders an independent audit. 3 weeks later, the audit report drops. Karen personally owes the association $94,000. The board is dissolved pending new elections. A temporary receiver is appointed. Sophia doesn't gloat in public. She simply shows up at the first open board meeting as a candidate. The room that once feared Karen now cheers when Sophia's name is announced. She wins in a landslide. Karen's final act is pathetic. She shows up at Sophia's old house with a U-Haul and a moving crew at 7 a.m. on a Sunday, trying to make it look like she's the victim being forced out. Neighbors film it. The local news picks it up. HOA president removed after financial scandal. Sophia watches the clip once, then deletes it. She's already moved on. Booming. 3 new neighborhoods this month alone. She's the woman who took down a tyrant with spreadsheets and patience. The old Willow Creek house? She rents it to a lovely young family who actually follow the rules because they respect the community, not because they fear the clipboard. 6 months later, the new HOA board, led by Sophia, passes sweeping reforms. No more personal travel reimbursements. All financials published monthly on a public dashboard. Fines only after 3 written warnings and a mediation session. The community actually starts to feel like a neighborhood again, not a police state. Karen tries one last comeback on social media, posts a tearful video about being canceled by jealous neighbors. It gets ratioed so hard the comments have to be turned off. Last anyone heard, she moved to a condo complex with no HOA good riddance. Sophia stands on her new front porch one evening, watching kids ride bikes down the street without fear of a $100 fine for excessive noise. She thinks about the woman she used to be, the one who paid the deposits, organized the vendors, smiled through every slight. She doesn't miss her. Because here's the quiet truth, folks. When someone erases you, they hand you the pen. You get to write the next chapter. And sometimes that chapter ends with the tyrant packing her own U-Haul while the whole neighborhood watches. Power isn't loud. Here's her clipboards. It's knowing the rules better than the people who weaponize them. It's patience. And when the moment comes, it's speaking once, calmly, clearly, and watching the entire house of cards come down. Sophia closes her eyes, breathes in the smell of fresh-cut grass that no one is measuring with a ruler, and smiles. Not every story needs a villain to lose everything. But when the villain is a Karen who thought she owned the neighborhood, yeah, it feels pretty damn good. And that, my friends, is the kind of justice that makes suburban America worth living in again. Thanks for listening all the way through. Drop a comment if you've ever dealt with an HOA tyrant. Let's hear your stories. Smash that like button if you want more real-life revenge tales, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay petty, stay smart, and never let them forget your name.